Black television, Black animation, and Black cinema. That is what this event is trying to bring. Hey everyone, it's Samaya, the digital engagement editor at Outlier Media. Earlier this month, Motor City Cinema Society and the Black Canon brought a rare and powerful screening to New Lab at Michigan Central, a collection of Black Center films curated by the James E. Wheeler Collection. Led by siblings Ali Wheeler and Alima Trapp, children of the late archivist James E. Wheeler, the screening celebrated music, movement, and memory across Black television, animation, and cinema. We caught up with the curators to talk about preserving history. The screening is full of like rare moments for Black cinema, right? And TV. A lot of people probably haven't seen it this way before. Tell me a little bit about what made you want to share these films now and in this way, in this type of collection.
Yeah, I can start. Our collection has some really rare pieces and they're in their original format. So this showing will be in 16 millimeter film. So it'll be the whole experience of seeing it in its original format, which is one part of the experience that we think is very unique. And the pieces themselves, we're in this time where Black history and cinematography and all the different artifacts and assets of Black culture are kind of under attack.
We have some really unique pieces. Some trailers from some films that people not have seen, trailers for TV shows, some clips from shows people haven't seen, as well as just some rare some musical performances. And there was a film that was out of Britain that's really interesting too. That's in there. That's real unique. That we don't think many people have seen at all. Mm-hmm. So, like Alima said, it's really important for us to not only display these pieces, but to control the narrative behind it.
We've been wanting to be a part of, this for a long time. Our dad was a bit territorial with his life's work. We tried to support it earlier, but we are very passionate about not just protecting what he built, but also protecting his legacy and kind of giving him his flowers because we do think he was a visionary.
Well, it's John Monahan, who works for Motor City Cinema Society. He was actually a friend of our father's, and he has a nonprofit that he works with, Motor City Cinema Society, and they show films at the Redford Theater. So he's been helping us go through our films. We had over 5,000 canisters of film and helping to identify which films are relevant to what we want to promote as the Black Canon, which films, in terms of their condition, are deteriorated. So we have to give John his credit for curating this particular presentation of films.
Something about your father, James Wheeler, that you hope people walk away from when it comes to the screening at Michigan Central?
He was here, and during his time, he had the intuition and the diligence to collect all of these pieces of history so that we would be able to share them, out with the world. So I think it's the whole idea of kind of giving him his flowers.
Yeah, and to add, it's more about the breadth of the collection, right? Because it touches so many different genres, deep to Black history and what we've done in the media. So this is a sampling. So as we can continue to uncover the films, this gives people an idea of what the Black Canon has to offer, what my father was working to preserve. So I think that's important. So you see the different types. It's not focused on one thing. We could do a very niche type exhibition if we wanted to, but this is kind of introducing the type of films and materials that we have in our collection.
Is there a moment that gives you chills? Is there one that is your particularly favorite, and why would it be one that comes to mind?
Well, my favorite is a short film called Black and White Uptight, and it's kind of, some things are dramatized, but it's a lot of real world conversations and interviews just on race relations. And this was like in the late '60s, I believe, is when this took place, like '67 or '68.
For me, I really enjoy the finale. We kind of take people on a roller coaster. There are different segments. It's like Black representation on the small screen. We have music, we have a few that touch on politics. The end of the session focuses on the climax of Stormy Weather.
Are there any future events that you guys want to tease that are going to come out that is going to feature this collection or any collection that Detroiters should know about?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked about that. We have our annual fundraiser coming up October 4th at the Detroit Historical Museum. It's called Portraits in Power, and we are going to feature some rare and exclusive photography from our collection that highlights different areas in Detroit from the 60s and 70s, different subjects, you know, in the arts movement and in the civil rights movement. Portraits in Power fundraiser event is going to be our big event for the year. So, and that'll be here. So we would love to have everybody come out.